Hello you groovy guitarists, welcome to the video for Another One Bites the Dust. This is going to be very bass heavy. We're going to be doing lots of low E notes on our guitar. You could be using a pick, or you might just want to use your thumb, or you might even be doing index middle. Now, I've got the music printed out here. Intro, verse, chorus, and riff. It's all about the riff for this song. So let's start there. 3 E's, 3 more E's, and then we do G, E, A. So that is E, E, E. And then 3 quick E's. And then G, E, A. G is on the 3rd fret. If you don't know that, check it on your note chart. G is on 3rd fret. A is the open string, the next string. Top string E, the G, the A. So I'm going to play that again. 3 E's, and then 3 quick E's, and then G, E, A. Now if you're finding that's a bit quick, just forget about playing guitar and just think that you're knocking on someone's door. 1, 2, 3. A slow knock, and then maybe a quick knock. See, that's not really that quick, is it? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here I am. E, E, E. High, down, down, down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. E, E, E. E, 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 G, A. E, E, E. E, E, G, A. Now, we're going to practice that a little bit more, but we might find a tempo. I've been doing tempo 80 for this. Now hopefully it's not going to feel too fast. You don't want to feel like you can't keep up. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, E, E. E, E, G, A. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. E, E, E. Find that's just way too fast, because that is pretty quick on guitar. You need to change the string, in the fret. Let's just take it down to 60 and see if you can maintain. That's going to be quite a slow speed at the start, maintaining that beat at a slower tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, E, E. E, 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 G, E, A. Slow there, and then quicker. So if you haven't got your guitar already, you should have it. Hopefully these 2 strings are roughly in tune. E and A. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, E, E. E, 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 G, E, A. E, 2, 3. E, 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 G, E, A. One more time. E, E, E. E, 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 G, E, A. Now, let's stop that. Hopefully that's cool. Hopefully it's not too fast. Now, I'm going to go through all of the sections of the song. Now the intro riff is going to start with an A G. Hopefully you've got this printed out. So the only difference in the start is that little A G at the start. It's in brackets, and it's in brackets because it's sort of fast. A, G, E, E, like that. A, G, E, E, line 1. That does it too. That is played 2 times, and then we're just going to continue with our riff, but without that little kind of leading, just with the E's. Easy. Now we're going to go to the verse. Now the verse is going to be continuing with our E riff, but then we're going to be going to C, 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 D, D. If you don't know that, you need to check here. C is on the 5th string, 3rd fret, and D is 4th string, open. That's your D bass note. C, 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 D, D, G, C, 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 D, G, C, 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 D, D, G, and then we're going to wrap it up with 4 A's and a B. Now I'm going to play the whole verse bit with the metronome, okay? So join in and just try to follow me when we get to the C's. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, 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 G, A, and then C. That was the verse. Now I'm going to play through the song again, but I'm going to speed it up so that you can practice it a little bit closer to the original speed. Or you can just continue practicing it at tempo 60 on your own. The chorus, one little trick about that chorus is it's going to have an F sharp in it. So F sharp, you know F on here is on the 1st fret. F sharp is just on fret 2. That's your F sharp. I'm going to play 3 F sharps and then go to A. Back to F sharp, then the B. You can find B on the A string, 2nd fret. That bit. One more time. F, 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 A, F, 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 B. That's the end of the chorus. Now I'm going to play the whole thing with the metronome. And my tempo is going to be 80. From the start. 2, 3. We do 3 times the line. One bites the dust, another one bites the dust, and another one. This is the 3rd time. Then the F sharp. Back to the riff. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. And that can be a really fun one for you guys to play together if you're having a jam. If you've got a keyboard, you can get the drum beat going. You can try playing with the original recording, but be warned. The original recording is a lot sharper, maybe even up to an F tuning. So if you try to play it with Queen, it's going to sound really weird. But we can find a recording of that that song where it's tuned down a little bit, so it will match your tuning. Anyway, guys, hope that makes sense, and I hope that you have fun practicing it. Okay, now just stay on the line for a little bit longer if you want to check the chords. Now we can play all of the first bit with only 2 chords. We've got E minor and A7. So E minor, just like this, and A7 like that. Check it on your chord chart. If you don't have a chord chart, you can just try to print one off. Here's my chord chart. Make sure that you can find it on here and that you know which way the diagram is orientated. The guitar is this way in the diagram. So E minor, finger 2 and 3, is going to be like that. And A7, which is another chord which only uses 2 fingers, 1 and 2, that's going to be using strings 4 and 2. So your A7 is going to be like that. E minor, like this maybe, and then A7. I sometimes just use those fingers. Okay. Now, when do you change to A7? Well, you change to A7 when the bass note goes to A. So we follow the bass. So E, E, and it sounds nice when we stop the strings. That sound. 1, 2, 3, stop. And other people have also been learning this E minor. And this A7. And if you want to see the explanation for that, is that this E minor is played at fret 7. It's the transformation of this A minor chord. So A minor down here, when you move it up, B, C, D, E, becomes an E minor chord when you play it up high. That sounds really neat. And this A7 chord is just an E7 chord from down here, which has been moved up, F, G, A to there. So some of you all are playing this. It sounds really neat. So if you have 2 guitars, get one guitar to try the chords, either down here for easy, or tricky up here, and get it going with the bass part, and it's going to sound really cool. If you want to do chords in the verse, you stick with E and A, but when it goes to C, D, when the bass goes to C, D, you need something different there. So you're going to do C chord straight to G. You're not going to play C, 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 D, D, G, because that's going to sound really naff. It's going to be C, 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 D, D, G. The D kind of stands out like a sore thumb. You don't need to play D, because if you go to G, you've got it covered. C, 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 D. That's nice like that. And then A, B. I'm just using this B7 in my chord chart, this tricky one here. When the bass goes A, B, my chords go A, B. So if you're good at your bass part, you just have to play that in chords. That's pretty easy. I'm going to play the whole thing with chords. Tempo 80. 2, 3. There's no chords in the first beat. It's got to be bass only. Maybe chords here. Repeat that. The verse. coming up. You don't have an F sharp chord in this chord chart. I forgot to mention that there's no F sharp chord in your chord chart because it's one of the harder chords. But E chord or E7, if you move it up 2 frets, it becomes F sharp. Just like you move a bass note up, you can move the whole chord up. But it gets a bit tricky because you have to cover the strings. So if I don't cover the strings, it's going to sound like this. It's going to sound really out there, so I have to go. And a lot of you all have been learning how to do this on the guitar. Clamp it down, the bar. And if you're beginning, the best thing to do is just to try just doing this. Play, release, play, release, play, release. You play it, hold it down, see if you can play all the notes, and then let it go. Now that letting go is going to make sure that your hand is relaxed, and it actually sounds good in this style. I'm doing a cheats version there where I put 2 fingers down. Cheating. You can do it with 1 or 2. Maybe not 3. Okay guys, I hope that makes sense and you can play at least all the bass parts, and if you're finding the bass lines really easy, then you're going to play the chords as well. Good luck.